Hello there, welcome to another great video game ideas not used video, GVGINU for short. As always, I'm Andre, and it is a pleasure to share my thoughts with you. So I got to watch Nintendo's Nintendo industry video, part 1. Waiting for part 2. I'm pretty sure it's going to be just as interesting as the first, so I'm going to keep my eyes out for it. But sometime last year, a YouTuber by the name of Master Yoshi coined the term the gamepad advantage for the Wii U gamepad, and it fits appropriately. And then just recently, Jamie Butterworth, or Butterworthy, put up a video talking about the other control advantages of the Wii U, the other control options of the Wii U. So, I'm going to talk about the hidden potential or possible potential that the Wii U has. And this kind of centers around different control options and how they're utilized. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, hopefully you enjoy this and you understand where I'm coming from with everything I say. So, I'm going to immediately piggyback off of Master Yoshi's coined term, the gamepad advantage. I'm going to go with the dual pad advantage. The dual pad advantage is because the system is set up to be able to utilize 2 of the gamepads with the touchscreen on it. 2 of them in conjunction with 4 other controllers. In conjunction with 4 other controllers. I just wanted to make that clear to people. In conjunction with 4 other controllers. But let me go over just the things that I thought of that are possible advantages. I can't confirm it. These are not confirmed. These are possibilities. Literally possibilities. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want people to think I'm acting like I have some sort of inside knowledge in Nintendo that I don't. I have none. I wish I did, but I don't. The DPA, the dual pad advantage. One of those things, dual screen off TV play. Yes, I said that. Dual screen off TV play. And here's why. One gamepad could be used as your main screen, and the other, quite obviously, as the gamepad would normally be played, which would eliminate the need for a television altogether. That's just one thing that's possible. Then there's, for a single player experience, triple screen gameplay. Something I think Nintendo is a bit afraid to jump into, but they could do it. And with a game like Splinter Cell, oh, that would be awesome. And here's why. Because you could use that secondary gamepad as a number of different in-game gadgets. And with the gyro sensor, I'm trying to think of... See, these technical terms slip out my mind at the wrong time. I had it perfectly set up in my brain. And then I just got to it and it's like, well, gone. But I think the gyroscope? Somebody correct me in the comments, please. It's either gyroscope or gyro sensor. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. For the motion controls, the thing that senses how your gamepad is turned. That secondary gamepad could be used as any number of gadgets. It could be set up as a surveillance camera or like a mine, maybe not a mine per se, but sort of like a proximity smoke bomb or something like that. I don't even know where that came from, but sounds interesting. That's just one thought. Like I said, that Splinter Cell is my example because Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher has a shit ton of different gadgets. Sorry for that, but I had to say it that way. Moving on from the TSG, 6-player local multiplayer. And I had talked about this in the last F-Zero podcast. I had talked about how F-Zero should be made for the Wii U and that it should include dual gamepad compatibility. And 6-player local multiplayer was one of the things I had talked about. Another advantage of this would be 2-player off-TV gameplay. I mean, pretty much the same thing as what off-TV play is right now, just 2 people playing instead of 1. And then there is the 3-player individual screen gameplay. Obviously, one person would play on the television, and then the other 2 people would basically play off-TV play on the 2 gamepad controllers. Pretty much self-explanatory, but I still explained it anyway. The next advantage, the 3DU advantage, and I'm pretty sure I confused someone. What the hell is a 3DU? There is no 3DU. It's just a term that I threw together for 3DS Wii U. Obviously, you get it now, right? It's about the connectivity between the 2 devices. And Nintendo has set them up to connect directly to each other, but they don't utilize it, which baffles me. I'm sorry, if I put tools out there for something, I'm going to use them. I'm not going to let them sit there and get stale. I'm going to use them. I might not use them to their fullest potential right away, but I'm going to make use of them and let people know that they're there. So, direct connection between the 3DS and the Wii U, pretty much. Triple screen gameplay, single player, using the 3DS as a gamepad. This sort of similar to how the GBA, the Game Boy Advance, was able to be used as a controller for games like Four Swords Adventures and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. It's basically the same concept. It's just your main television screen and then your DS with your 2 screens. Another form of triple screen gameplay that, again, Nintendo, I think, is a little worried about doing. But that's pretty much the next step up. So, I mean, eventually they're probably going to take that step. Unless Microsoft or Sony beat them to it, which I doubt. But we'll see. Now, this may not be possible. I mean, I would think it is. Because the 3DS and 2DS themselves have their own processors and run stuff on their own. But up to 8 or maybe even 10 players local multiplayer. And that would be saying, yes, I'm using 2 to 4 3D or 2DSs, the 2 gamepad controllers, and then 4 Pro controllers or whatever other Wii peripherals you have that would be split screen on the main television, which 4 players split screen. Wow. I'm losing myself there. It's possible, I think. I don't know how well the Wii U could handle that, but it's something Nintendo could look into. I don't see it being too big of a problem. Like, as I said, the 3DS, 2DS, whichever one you have, it has its own processors and everything like that, so it could do some of the work rather than having it all on the Wii U, which would be pretty much running the other 6 playable controls. And then on top of that, the 3DS or 2DS players could have their own setup, then the 2 gamepad players could have their own setup, and then the individual setups of the other 4 players that are playing directly off the console and television. It sounds complicated, but if a game came out, say, I'm just going to throw out Star Fox. A Star Fox game came out that utilizes that, how many people wouldn't want to play it? To be able to sit there, 10 people in a room, like, you don't even have to be in the same room, but as long as you're in the vicinity of the Wii that is running the game, you have an all-out battle at home without the need for online. I mean, yes, make it online playable. Not saying don't, but without the need for it, in order to just be able to have like a big party or battle, I would enjoy that. I mean, personally, that's me. I don't know how anybody else feels. I know I would love it. I would love that option if it's possible. If it's possible. That is a big if. That is a very heavy if. But I just wanted to say that. I wanted to get those thoughts out. Who else might have been thinking about that though? Who else was thinking about that? And I beat you guys to the punch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did. Zen, I would love to hear your opinion on this. What I brought up. I would love to hear your opinion. Quan, love to hear your opinion. Nate, want to hear your opinion. I'm calling you guys out because I want to hear your opinions on it. Jamie, want to hear your opinion on it. Who else am I forgetting? See, there's too many people in the Gamers at Large podcast. I forget everybody's name. Just like Quan called me Giovanni, but it's okay. I forgive him because there is somebody Giovanni in the Gamers at Large podcast, and GVGINU. I guess I should have paid more attention myself. But what do you guys think? I know I rambled on. I talked a bit about it, but what do you think about those hidden potential possibilities? What do you think about those things? I'm curious. I want to see what people's opinions are. What are your thoughts? I mean, to me, looking at the potential of the machine, that's what I see. I can't say it can definitely do all those things, but that's what I see as the potential behind it, just with what Nintendo's already done. I think in big terms whenever I have an idea, so. But thank you for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games.